Okay, here we are, the KWA something gun. So, this is one of two new guns I got, and I would have liked to do this review before I finished the actual modification I did for it, but well, let's go ahead. So, KWA designed for .25s, but you know I use .20s. Yeah, I just feel like I use .20s in every one of my guns. And here it is. It's the KWA Ns2 Mp9. This is the Ranger gray model. And you've got your hop-up adjustment, which goes in through here where the bolt, behind the bolt, and it's up around there. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't actually even figured out how to I didn't adjust hop-up yet, which is probably why it curves fairly high. It comes with, you know, a little container filled with oil, you know, silicone oil, to lubricate the gun, but I use green gas, and that lubricates the gun pretty well. I bought 2 magazines. They're 49 round magazines, so basically 50 round mags. I have 2 of them. I plan on buying 6 more. The only problem is gas mags, they're fairly expensive. You can get the gun out. And as you can see, it's very small. Now you want a CQB gun. I would have to say that this gun is amazing for CQB because it has a huge rate of fire. It's very light. It is an all polymer body, except for the metal parts. The stock is polymer. Polymer trigger, I believe. Yes, because of that all pulls back. But metal sights, you know, metal parts. There's the flash hider, which I am not finished with. I do not have any sandpaper, so I cannot get it on the inside in there and, you know, rub that off, which is a little annoying. And I don't want to just spray over. I want to take off. And metal parts, you know. The only thing is with this muzzle, it makes very loud noise, so be prepared for that. Okay, so I'll start with the gun on the back, on this side. On the back, of course, we have the polymer stock, and it has this little grip here where you can fold it up and make the gun even smaller. But if you want to use it like a submachine gun, which this gun technically is, a submachine gun, well, it's an automatic pistol. Automatic pistol, submachine gun. It fires, you know what, I'll give some background on this before I get into it. This is the Mp9. This is the modified version of the TMP. Real steel is manufactured by a company called Steyr, which also makes the AUG. So they have some very innovative designs. The real steel, I believe, is the body's all polymer, such as this one with, of course, metal internals, with, you know, where metal should be. And there is these little rings here on the real steel. You can see those catches, those 3 catches. Those are for a quick detach suppressor. And I'm not sure the TMP by KWC had one, but the barrel was much skinnier. Like the muzzle was much skinnier, so you could not mod that for this, I believe. I'm not sure if they're going to make one for KWA, since KWA is I've never seen KWA make any suppressors specifically for their gas series guns. I don't know if they're going to treat this Ns2 model any different. So you're just going to have to put up with the unbelievably loud noise it makes. Okay, we have a side-folding stock here, and it's all polymer, but it's unbelievably sturdy. I do believe there are metal dowels in here, or a steel dowel down the middle. I do not know. I just know that this thing's very sturdy. It does not move, so I'm suspecting there might be something in there that is holding it, or the plastic is a polymer that's very rigid. there is a button here, what you can see right there. You push that, as you can see, and then it folds like this, which locks right here. Coming up, we have a sling mount. It is the only sling mount on here. Well, there's one right there. But I would suggest a single point sling mount for this. Most likely a bungee mount, because this would be a sidearm, and they did not make any holsters for this type of model of gun. So, or you can just use it as a CQB gun. The rate of fire makes it overwhelming in a CQB situation. We have the charging handle, which is plastic, but it is fairly sturdy. In order to do it, there's a locking mechanism, so I can't just pull it back. See, I'm trying to pull it back. You have to pinch it. Same on the TMP and the MP9 style. And you pull, and then you can pull back. Pinch and pull. But it is very sturdy. That's kind of, I wouldn't say sturdy. It's hard to do. Not really hard to do, but it's stiff. And I think that's what you'd expect from a charging handle. And I'll show you that right now. You can lock it back. That was fail. Here we go. And that's in there is where you would put the hob up. Oh, we got some foam in there. Yeah, the foam in the packaging is annoying. So there we go. Pretty crisp. Not a bad thing. But definitely a good thing. And we pull up on our rear-mounted sights. They are integrated into the carrying handle. Carrying handle, I'm talking about it. The basic upper slide. You cannot remove them. The front is just basically a dot. Just basically a single little rod. It's nothing fancy. It works. My sights came a little bit crooked, leaning a little bit to the left, but I do not mind because the RIS, which is not metal, it is molded with the plastic. It is the polymer plastic molded. I will be getting a red dot, like an EOTech style red dot. I'm not gonna buy a real thing for this because this is only airsoft, and if it gets shot out, I don't want a $900 scope getting shot out. That'd be terrible. Well, $300 I do not believe EOTech sells $900 scopes. I was thinking the ACOG, but whatever. Okay, they do not have any. Oh man, okay. They do not have any trades besides the KWAs. There's nothing that says Mp9 or anything. Manufactured in Taiwan. 6.0 millimeter. Its own unique serial code. United States. Here's the bolt catch right here. You just push up. It's loose and it's really hard to get because it's really small. But I'm pretty sure you could easily mod a piece so that it will stick out. Basically, just a sheet steel. That's all it is. Or aluminum, really thin aluminum. It's nothing special. You have right here is your fire selector. I do not believe there's a safety on this gun though. If there is, please put it in the comment bar. And there's single, push it over, and you can hardly see it, but it has 3-shot for full auto. Like I said, the full auto on this gun is really fast. We have the standard little. This is basically like a pistol, So we put that in there. There's the gun with loaded. You just press the button. And the magazines are heavy enough, they fall out fairly easily. But since the magazines are heavy, if you drop them on the ground, they probably will most likely break. And it is $40 per mag about. I believe. I've not checked it recently, but if you can correct me. They're very expensive. Trigger. It's got a trigger guard. So you pull this back. I guess that is the only visible safety, but since the the secondary trigger is so large, you can pull it back fairly easily. But just if you accidentally brush against it or something like that. You have a front hollow grip. Again, part of the mold, very sturdy. Lower receiver, yada yada yada. It's a grip. You know what it is. The gun is textured in the front, and you do have a right-sided rail, which is nice. It is metal, and it's not going anywhere. It's put on there very tightly. I mean, you can't move it. You can put whatever you want on here. I'm going to be putting a Surefire flashlight on there, and it'll look really nice. And here's the muzzle area, muzzle brake, flashlight, or whatever you want to call it. And yes, I did start to take off the orange tip. I'm going to be making this black, of course, like I do with half my other guns. But I need sandpaper to get in the inside there. I'm probably not going to do a tutorial video on this because I didn't want people doing. You do this at your own risk. You take away the orange tip. You do not take these guns out in public, period. That's why I suggest you get a large case, a gun case, to fit all your guns in. And yeah, there's the inner barrel. It's nothing special. It goes from about here all the way to here. It's very short, just a little bit, just pistol size inner barrel. But then again, the rate of fire makes up for it, and the fact that it's very light, definitely under 3 pounds. I'd have to say I can't really tell, since it is polymer. It's pretty light. I'm definitely gonna say around the 3-pound area. It's nothing that's gonna roll with the mags. Maybe a pound or something. I mean, so maybe total 5 pounds at the most with everything on. 6 pounds. That sounds about right. So yeah, I bought this gun at Airsoft GI for $220. It is a KWA Mp9 Ranger Gray. It also comes in black, tan, and there is another model that does not have this front grip. It's just a under rail. So if you want to buy that, it's more so a pistol, a tactical pistol, at airsoftgi.com. Thank you. Please rate and subscribe.